When I was 11 years old, my parents put me in a new school. I was the only new kid there, and I didn't know anyone, so I was really nervous about going inside. So, my mom walked me into my new class, and when I got inside, I looked around in fear at all the new kids. And then, all of a sudden, my new teacher saw me. She told me to come in front of the class and tell them my name. So, I looked straight down, immediately embarrassed, and slowly walked up to the class. I didn't want to be in front of the class though, I wanted to be in the back. I was so nervous that I started to shed some tears, and one of the boys in the class started pointing at me. And he said, "Hey look, I think he's crying," and he started laughing a bit. Then the teacher told him to be quiet, and she asked me if I could tell the class my name, so I did. After I had finished, I was a nervous wreck. So I quickly ran to my seat and sat down. I thought the first day of class would be good, but class wasn't the best. The boy who had been laughing at me was right behind me, and to make things worse, whenever the teacher didn't look, he would poke me in the back with his pencil. I tried to ignore him until he took out a marker and drew a line on my shirt. So then I asked him politely to please stop. He did it for like a minute, but then after another minute passed, he did it again and again and again. So finally, I had enough. I grabbed his dumb marker and threw it in the trash can. But what I didn't know is the teacher was looking my way. Then the kid behind me started fake crying and told the teacher that I said mean things to him. But before I could tell the teacher the truth, she told me to go to the principal's office. I was hurt that she didn't let me say anything to defend myself. She just believed the kid behind me, even though he was the one picking on me, not the other way around. My mom got upset though at me that day when she got called by the principal. I told her exactly what happened. My mom asked me a few questions just to make sure I wasn't actually bullying the kid behind me, and she knew I wasn't lying at all. But the principal didn't believe me at all, so my mom got a bit upset and took me home early that day. The next day, I thought things would be a little bit different at least. I was hoping that the kid behind me would stop poking me with his dumb pencil and that maybe things would be normal. And then I could make new friends. But it only got worse. That day at lunch, that kid sat next to me. I did my best to ignore him and eat my food, but all of a sudden, he poured milk all over my food. I was so shocked that I didn't know what to say or do. Then the kid started laughing. And after I heard him laugh, it just made me mad. So then, without thinking, I grabbed my milk and poured it onto his food too. Then all of a sudden, the kid started to fake cry again, and the teacher ran over and asked what had happened. The kid quickly made up a story telling her that I was the one to pour milk on his food, and the teacher asked me if it was true. I told her I did, but before I could tell her that he did it first, she told me to go to the principal's office. That other kid didn't even get in trouble for what he did at all. He was over there fake crying in the cafeteria that whole time, and I was the one to pay for what I did when he did it first. The same thing happened. My mom came and picked me up early. She asked me why I poured the milk on the kid's food, and I just told her that he did it first, and it just upset me that he kept laughing about it. She just told me to try ignoring him better, so I did. The next day at school though, I did my best to ignore that kid behind me, but he seemed to be a bit upset over what happened yesterday with me, retaliating and pouring milk on his food as well. But it's like, I wasn't the one to start the fight or anything, he was. I was trying to do my best, ignoring him and listening to the teacher, when all of a sudden, he started poking me again with his stupid pencils. It started to get really annoying. I was so tired of him. Why did he have something against me? Like, what did I do to him? I was new here. I did nothing to him to deserve this. So without thinking, I quickly grabbed all his pencils I saw on his desk and shoved them into my desk. The teacher wasn't looking, thank God, so I didn't get in trouble. I didn't really think the kid would do this, but all of a sudden, he punched me in the back of my head. And wow, that actually was the first time I think I ever got punched by someone. I just stood there in shock, not knowing what had happened until finally I realized he hit me. But before I could really say anything, he started fake crying again. And of course, the teacher turned around shocked at what was going on. Of course, she asked the one kid who was crying what had happened, and he just told a lie saying that I punched him when in reality, he was the one who hit me. I thought I was gonna get sent to the principal's office once again. I just didn't even want to say anything at that point. I was so done with this bully. But before the teacher could say anything, one of the kids stood up from their chair. He told the teacher that the kid behind me was lying and that he was the one to hit me. Then a few more kids stood up and defended me. The teacher was actually kind of shocked, and so she took some time, talked to each student, and then instead of sending me to the principal's office, she sent the kid behind me to there. I was so happy after that. I was like, yes, finally some justice, like, about time. After that, I made friends with the people that pretty much defended me. And we became some really good friends. We played all kinds of games at school, but yeah, if it's one thing I learned, if someone's bullying you in school, the best thing to do is just tell an adult. Or your parents. But yeah, that's pretty much my bully story.
Something for you lately, and I am trying so hard to just stay cool. Oh man, I think I might be going crazy, 'cause all I really, really want is to be with you. And I'm saying we're just friends, but thinking you're my man. And baby, if you knew, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still like, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine, but I'm scattered, we're just friends. Oh no, I don't wanna be the one with answers, because I sure don't wanna know which girl you choose. And no, the thought of her being a private dancer, it's just a little too much for me to chew. But I'm like, I say that I'm alright, but cry on the inside. I wish you were my man. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still like, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine, but I'm scattered, we're just friends. Oh, yeah, I'm scattered, we're just friends. Just friends. So I stay awake, I don't wanna be dreaming, 'cause my heart aches when I wake up, it's deceiving. Why, oh why can't it be you and I? Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm fine. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, knowing what I'm missing, but I'm still like, hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when you're not around, because it matters, dreaming of your kisses in the nighttime, best friends.